So, I think I'm in a very interesting position right now. See, being a quiet dude, I like to observe people. Some people think it's weird. I think it's I think it helps solve problems because most people ignore their instincts, especially dudes. Oh, just to get a piece of ass. Piece of ass might not even be worth it. Because here's the thing about broads. A lot of them are chameleons. They will do whatever it takes. Whatever they feel they have to do. Get you in the door. And people with borderline personality disorders, when they feel they're losing control of the situation, or the person, the host, the organism, they panic. Because everything else is under their control. They got their friends in line, the beta orbiters in line, but they can't keep the guy that they supposedly desire in line. Because in their mind, they can control everything because they're this and this. In the case of broads, young broads, she's beautiful and she knows she is. She thinks she can snap her fingers and get what she wants. It's not how it works. It's not how it works. And someone like me who's been through the ring already, I already know how to watch out for the signs. I'm not stupid. I mean, like, again, these types of people are just unstable. I don't think there's really a way to treat this type of stuff. But some of these people will tone down their craziness to set the trap and lure you back in. See, a lot of girls are like sirens, right? They have beautiful physical appearance, but inside they're damaged because daddy left when she was a kid or whatever. And she takes it out on the guy she supposedly cares about. And when she gets what she wants from him, she discards him like trash. Key is to not let her get that far. Don't have kids with these chicks. Don't do it. Don't marry them. Once you get your name on that stupid contract, she goes up by the nuts. And then it's over. For you. She'll get what she wants. And this is the thing about the sexual marketplace. Because chicks, when they enter their 30s, the power they have over dudes is gone. There's a shift in the balance between dudes and chicks. And when chicks enter like 28, 29, 30, the power they used to have, influence they used to have over dudes, gone. Like a freaking vapor. And they know it. 29-year-olds can't get through 18-year-olds, man. You can't do it. They can try. It's never going to work. Because most guys are going to gravitate towards the younger broads. Unless she likes older chicks, fine. But older chicks come with more baggage. Younger chicks can come with baggage too, especially if daddy left. I got to see a lot of younger girls probably had to do with daddy leaving. This is why they gravitate towards older guys. It's one of the reasons. Because they're more established and they're in mind with daddy. And that's why it feels like they like to box people in, try to get to know all the friends, box them in, so they can't go anywhere. Then they get to work with their manipulation tactics. And these types of girls are what you call a seductress. Beware of the seductress, because she will have a beautiful appearance physically, but inside she's damaged beyond repair. You can't save her. Can't help her. Don't waste your time. There's too much ass in the world to be wasting your time on a chick that can't be helped. A girl that secretly hates your guts, no matter what you do. She'll never be satisfied. No woman on this planet will ever be satisfied. Don't waste your time trying to satisfy her. You'll develop more gray hairs than she ever will. Trying to, do for me if I get you some flowers, you'll feel okay. No, rub your back, you'll feel okay. Maybe if I jump through hoops and talk to your dumb friends, you'll be okay. No, it'll never work. There'll always be something else. It's a never-ending process. Guys like me, I just kind of ignore the whole thing because I really don't care. I got better things to do than jump through hoops for a broad that clearly is not worth my time. Believe me, there's plenty more where she came from. She's hot. I'll admit that. Young and hot, fine. But there's way more young, hot broads out there, believe me. This is what I was talking before, but never settle for less. A lot of dudes will not allow themselves to have more options, man. They get locked into one chick. They have the scarcity, one-itis type of thinking, and it turns into the grave, man. It's an early grave. Because they don't want to imagine some other dude sticking his balls in there. So they sign the contract, and she gives up, essentially. She pumps out his kids, and then she gains like 100 pounds overnight. And then it's a wrap. If you want to deal with that, go right ahead. Don't say it didn't warn you, though. Don't put a ring on this girl's fingers. Then I'll go straight to their head. They might say, they just want to be loved. Yeah. Except they don't know how to show it. And that's the problem. See, when you're treated a certain way more than once in the same relationship with the same person, it starts to add up. And when you think about the long haul, which most guys don't do because they're too busy thinking about getting that ass. Thinking about the long haul, is it really worth it to deal with a chick with this kind of disorder? No. But you can find someone that does not have a mental disorder or whatever it is. Someone who's not unstable, someone who won't stab you with a knife when you turn your back on them. So let me tell you, when people like this get upset, you don't know what's going to happen. The last thing you need to do is move in with someone like this. I listened to Roll Tomasi and the Red Man Group. These dudes are telling multiple stories about these crazy broads that have borderline personality disorder. I know something like that, but I think it also kind of fell apart on its own. Kind of lost interest. She's too much of a wild card. Wild cards can't be tamed. Their friends are whores, so that's the path she's going down. I realized this probably the moment I met her. Unfortunately, she's too easy to read. So, here's the thing. People say more about themselves when they're not talking to you. They say more when they're being silent than when they're talking. Because people can lie. Girls lie all the time. And they don't bat an eyelash about it. Because they can get away with it. Especially when they're young. They got multiple people whispering in their ear, their so-called friends, whispering in their ear the whole time. It gets to their head. They have all these voices in their head, and it gets really difficult to determine right from wrong, right? Oh, gee. I'm so grateful for red pill knowledge, because I would be so lost if I didn't discover the red pill. Good grief. Oh my goodness. I'm not saying it's easy, because these two types of girls are very, very seductive. They'll lure you in with their eyes or their body. That's the key. That's what they do to get you in. Tell you what, the intimacy is probably really good. They'll try to dull your senses, but you gotta fight it. It's a battle of the mind. And your mind is your most powerful weapon you'll ever have. When you catch on to what's going on, and you start to break free of the symbiote, if you will, they'll sense it, and they'll try to lure you back in. Like a siren, she'll change appearance to be what she thinks that you want, lure you out to the middle of the lake, and then drown you, and then wait for her next victim. I mean, it's so obvious. I'm like, yeah. Most girls think guys only have one-track minds. Well, here's the thing. We might have that. We might have one-track minds, but we're not all dumb. And most girls, not all, most, are very, very manipulative. It starts at the home with daddy. They bat their eyelashes, they throw a temper tantrum, stamp their feet, and they get whatever they want. This happens all the way up until they're about the mid-20s, and then it stops. Unless their dad's a pussy, and it keeps going on. But in most cases, it won't last that long. And when they find a sucker that is willing to sign the contract, then the cycle will continue, because you'll expect free meals and everything free because she's young and hot. She'll expect it. The key is to not give it to them. If you're thinking of getting them brought flowers, do the exact opposite and don't. Thinking about taking her to dinner, she's clearly high maintenance. Don't do it. Because dinner's her turf. She decides what happens after that, not you. You take your chick to dinner, you're giving her the power. You know what you should do, like Tom Leykis says, meet her after dinner. And then get some liquor inside of her, then nail her. And then leave. Let me tell you, dinner's a waste of time. I have no interest in listening to a broad talk unless I'm getting between her thighs. The bottom line. Oh, gee, man. That's the truth. That's the truth. Nothing but the truth.